Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of CCLR Non-Pro Tips. And this week we're going to describe the spinning reel. The spinning reel is a little bit different than the push-button reel, but they're simple to use just as well. So this right here is a spinning reel. It has a reel foot, it has a bail, it has the drag on the front, and it has the spool. This reel also consists of the lever, and on the back of it, it has a locking mechanism. What this locking mechanism does is let's go forward or backwards, and that'll keep you from getting tangled up sometimes. And when you lock it, it won't let you go backwards, so it only lets you go to one way. Now, in order to cast these reels, what you do is you'll get your string. This isn't attached to anything, so I'm going to demonstrate without it being attached. And you hold it. And then what you want to do is you want to flip this bail over. And then you cast it like that. When you cast it, you let go of your finger. And after you let go of your finger, it's going to send your lure, your sinker, or your bobber out in the middle of the river or pond or wherever you're fishing at. And then what you're going to do is once it lands, you're going to click the bail over. Once you click the bail over, you're ready to fish. So once you're ready to fish, you can either use a lure by continuously reeling it, or when you cast it out there, if you got a sinker or bobber on there, you just let it sit. And if you're watching the bobber, of course, like I told you in the first video, you wait for the bobber to bounce up and down to get to let you know you got a fish. If you got a sinker on at the end of the rod, what you're going to do is you're going to watch the rod bounce up and down. Once that rod bounces up and down, or that bobber bounces up and down, you'll jerk the rod back, just like the push button rod. Plain and simple, you know. It's the easiest way to fish, and these are actually one of my favorite reels to use. And now on the front of this is a drag. This drag will let you adjust how your fish is fighting. If you're pulling really hard and the fish is pulling really hard, you'll adjust your drag, you know, tighter or looser. This way goes tight, or this way goes loose, I'm sorry, and this way is tighter. And when you do the drag, the noise you're going to hear is that's your drag. Now if you got a big fish on there, a lot of times you're going to hear it just spinning off like that. And in order to adjust it and slow it down a little bit, you tighten your drag up, and it makes it a lot tighter for the fish, so it'll wear them out a lot easier. So that's this week's episode of CCLR Non-Pro Tips, and you know, stay tuned next week for more CCLR non-pro tips. And this episode was brought to you by Roe Restoration, one of our great sponsors of our Youth Ripper event. And I thank you everybody for your support, and I'll talk at you later. Thanks. Bye.